Welcome back. Now the third tab down is for video, and you can create a video with specific sections of your screen, or you can record an entire window. So in this case, we're going to record an entire window. And when we do that, we can then look at our option. We can use a specific selected window size or use a fixed size. We can choose to have the video previewed in our editor. We can choose whether we want to capture our cursor or whether we do not want to capture our cursor. We can choose to have our microphone on, and by default, you'll notice that the system audio will not be recorded. But we can record it and add it to our screen share recording. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click the capture button and we're going to create a short video. Now what you can do with this video, of course, is you can do a demonstration for someone using Snagit. So we're going to click the capture button. What's going to happen then is the window is then highlighted. Once we click inside, you'll notice then that this area will then be enabled. In order to start the recording, we're going to click this button, and that's going to start the recording process. There will be a countdown, and then you'll notice that the recording will then start. When you've completed the recording, then what you're going to do is you're going to click this blue button. That's going to finish the recording. The video will then be processed and will then be available inside of your Snagit editor. You'll then have the option of creating a GIF file or a PNG file with some of the frames. In order to save this video, you'll go to your file command, you'll then save this video, and you'll save it as an MP4 file. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Now once you have access to screencast.com, what you can do is you can go to your share button, you can go to the drop down menu, and then you can go to screencast.com. What you're going to want to do is to click this gear so that you can put in your login and password. You're going to choose a default folder for your TechSmith account, or you can choose to prompt for the file name and folder every time that you do this. You can choose to put your URL and thumbnail on the clipboard. And then once you do that, you can then click Save. Now what you have is a way of taking a screenshot and then sharing that screenshot with a direct link. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this capture button and you're then going to take your screenshot. Then that image will be sent to your Screencast account. You're going to give that file a name and choose the folder. Once you do that, you'll then click OK. What you'll then want to do is you'll then want to view the link inside of your browser. Or you can click this button that says Get the Link. TechSmith will then give you a link inside of your browser. What you're then going to do is click this Share button. You'll then copy this link in order to give to those with whom you want to share, or you will embed the code into your website. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. If we go one step down in our capture window, you're going to see three drop-down boxes. You're going to see a selection box, an effects box, and a share box. Now the selection box will allow you to be specific about the area that you're going to be grabbing. So for example, you can choose to grab a specific region. And if that's the case, when you click the capture button, you're going to be able to specify the region of the screen, and you're going to be able to do that by selection. You're going to be able to capture the entire window. If that's the case, when you click the capture button, you'll then be capturing the entire window, as you can see. We're now going to click the escape button. We can choose to capture the full screen. We click capture. That's going to allow us to capture the full screen. We can choose to capture a scrolling window. That's going to be similar to the panoramic window. When we click scrolling window, we're going to click capture, and then this is going to open us up into the window. And what we can do is we can click the arrows so we can capture a vertical scrolling area. In this case, we're just going to click the down arrow, and then what's going to happen is that Snagit is going to scroll for you and process your entire capture using the automatic controls. You can also do the panoramic window, which you can do in the all-in-one area, and you can do something interesting called grab text. In this case, we're going to click this link, we're going to capture, and then what we're going to do is we're going to highlight a specific area. In this case, we're going to highlight this area of our screen. That's going to bring us into an editing window, and instead of just giving us the image, Snagit is going to grab the text, and we can then use this text in our content. Now there are also advanced features, and if we go to this advanced menu, you're going to see that we can capture a specific object. We can also select multiple areas. So in this case, we click capture, and what we would do is we would select the multiple areas. We'd select one area. We can select a second area. Once we release the mouse, we can then click finish. That's going to bring us into our editor, and you're going to notice that we have two images inside of our editor. Now lastly, we're going to skip down to the file, because what we can do with the file capture is we can click this capture button, and basically that's going to have us look to our hard drive. We can grab a specific image or a specific file. We can indicate that file here. We can open that file into our editor, and you'll see the file open in our editor here. So basically, the selection tab allows us to select something specific and then use it in our content. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. In order to start with Snagit, you can start with the free trial. This will allow you to download a full version of Snagit for 15 days. Or if you already know that you want the program, you can go to this button and you can buy the program outright. As of the recording of this video, the current version of Snagit is $49.95. You can buy an additional year of maintenance for $12.49. Now it's possible that you may have a current version of Snagit on your personal computer. If that's the case, you can go to this help area. You can click on this link that says check for updates. And when you click that link, you're going to come up with this dialog box. You're going to click the Learn More button. That's going to bring you to an area where you can upgrade your Snagit version. And we're going to go ahead and click this upgrade button. We're going to go ahead and add the additional year of maintenance, then click Add to Cart. We're then going to go to Checkout. Now what you can do is you can opt to have your card billed on an annual basis, and if you already have an account for Snagit or for Camtasia, you can use that account by signing in here. Once we have our order, we're going to download the Snagit installer. If you still have the old version open while you're doing the install, you're going to need to close that version. Once you've done that manually, you'll then click this button that says Close Snagit. You'll then want to make sure that you read the license terms, and once you do that, you'll then click Accept. You'll then click Install. You'll then go through the install process. Once the process is complete, you can then click Continue. What you'll then want to do is to enter your software key. Once you do that, your Snagit window will then be on your desktop. You'll then be ready for your use. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.